Welcome back, coin enthusiasts. Today, we're exploring one of the most exciting finds in numismatics, the 1961 D. Lincoln penny, a coin that sparked collectors' interest with its incredible rarity and jaw-dropping value of up to $1.6 million. Yes, you heard that right, a single penny with such staggering value. But what makes this coin so special, and how can you tell if you have one worth millions? Stick around as we uncover the details. Let's start with a bit of background. The 1961 D penny was struck at the Denver Mint, identifiable by the small D mint mark just under the date. By this time, the Lincoln penny had already been in circulation for over 50 years, featuring the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln on the front, designed by Victor D. Brenner. The reverse side of the coin, until 1959, featured wheat stalks, a design that changed to the Lincoln Memorial, marking the beginning of a new era for this coin series. The 1961 D penny was produced in massive numbers, with more than 1.7 billion pennies minted that year. However, among those billions, a few remarkable coins have been discovered with certain unique qualities, making them worth far more than just a single cent. So, why is this 1961 D penny worth more than $1 million? The answer lies in rarity, condition, and minting errors. Coin collectors seek out rare variants, particularly ones in pristine, uncirculated condition, with well-preserved luster and free of any wear marks. Some of the most valuable pennies from this year display extraordinary levels of detail and have been preserved to almost perfect condition, often rated as MS 67 or higher on the Sheldon scale. For context, a rating of MS 70 is considered flawless, the holy grail for coin grading. A small number of these pennies may also exhibit minting errors, such as double dies, repunched mint marks, or other variations that occurred during the striking process. These kinds of rare characteristics, combined with high-grade preservation, are what drive up the value of the 1961 D penny, sometimes into the millions. Now, let's talk about the current market value. While the average 1961 D penny is still just worth its face value in circulated condition, prices can skyrocket for coins that are in mint state. For example, a 1961 D penny graded MS 67 by PCGS or NGC can range from $5,000 to $10,000 in today's market, depending on demand. But it's the ultra-rare, high-grade specimens that collectors will pay millions for. One exceptional 1961 D penny graded at the highest levels could reach a market value of up to $1.6 million. Recent auction sales for other high-grade Lincoln cents have been impressive, proving there's no shortage of demand among collectors willing to invest in these extraordinary pieces of American history. So, how do you know if you have a rare and valuable 1961 D penny? Here are some quick tips for identifying valuable features. First, check the coin's condition. Look for minimal wear on the edges, clear details on Lincoln's profile, and strong luster. Next, examine the mint mark. Any signs of doubling, like a second D impression or slight misalignment, might indicate a rare error. And don't forget to get your coin professionally graded by a trusted grading service, like PCGS or NGC. They'll provide an accurate condition rating that could help verify its value. The 1961 D penny is a reminder of the hidden treasures that may lie within your own coin collection. While finding $1 million penny is rare, it's always thrilling to imagine the possibility. Who knows, maybe that jar of pennies you've been holding onto has a valuable surprise. So, don't overlook your change, you could be holding a piece of history and a serious investment. We're diving into an incredible story about a coin you might just have lying around, the 1963 D Lincoln penny. Believe it or not, some of these seemingly humble pennies have been valued as high as $1.9 million. Let's break down the details and find out why this coin is so valuable. First things first, let's talk about what makes this coin unique. This penny was minted in 1963 at the Denver Mint, marked by the D mint mark just below the date. This penny is part of the classic wheat penny series, which ran from 1909 to 1958, after which the design changed to the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. 1963 was an important year in American history. From the height of the civil rights movement to the beginnings of the space race, the early 60s were transformative. During this period, the U.S. Mint was producing billions of pennies, but a small number of them from Denver stand out. So why is the 1963 D penny such a big deal? It's all about the rarity and condition. Only a handful of these pennies are known to exist in pristine, uncirculated condition. Coins like these are often preserved in high grades by collectors or dealers. For a coin to hit a market value of $1.9 million, it needs to be virtually flawless, often rated MS-68 or higher. Grading plays a huge role in determining the value of a coin. The Sheldon scale rates coins from 1 to 70, with MS-68, mint state 68, meaning near perfect quality with only the slightest imperfections. Coins rated at this level, especially from the 1963 D batch, are incredibly rare, which explains the high value. Auctions are where the real excitement happens. Recently, a 1963 D penny in MS-68 sold for close to $1.9 million. This record-breaking price shows just how competitive collectors can get for these high-grade, historical coins. Only high-grade, uncirculated coins will fetch these huge prices. A small number of 1963 D pennies are available in top grades. Collectors are always looking for rare pieces to complete their sets, and the demand for these rare, high-quality pennies is intense. Not all 1963 D pennies are worth millions, but some have unique minting errors that increase their value. Look out for double dies, off-center strikes, or other unusual errors that can make these pennies worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. If you've got a 1963 D penny lying around, take a closer look. Even if it isn't in perfect MS-68 condition, it could still be worth a bit more than face value. Common circulated 1963 D pennies typically fetch between 5 and 10 cents, but error coins or higher grades can go much higher. So, could you be holding a fortune in your hands? Check those old jars, coin collections, and any rolls of pennies lying around. You never know what you might find. And if you do come across a 1963 D penny, consider getting it graded by a professional to see just what it might be worth. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the story of the 1963 D Lincoln penny, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you won't miss our next video on rare coins that could be hiding in plain sight. We're going to explore everything you need to know about this incredibly valuable 1967 penny without a mint mark and why collectors are willing to pay millions to own one. The 1967 Lincoln penny was minted during a time of major changes in U.S. coin production. In the 1960s, demand for coins was skyrocketing, and the U.S. Mint was struggling to keep up. To meet this demand, the Mint removed mint marks from all coins in 1965, 1966, and 1967, which is why these coins don't bear a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. This absence of a mint mark has led many to wonder, could my 1967 penny be rare or even valuable? Let's dig deeper into what makes some of these pennies worth more than others. When it comes to coins, there are a few things collectors look for: rarity, condition, and errors. While billions of pennies were minted in 1967, there are rare, high-quality examples that have reached astronomical values due to unique conditions. High-grade condition narration with visuals of graded coins. The first factor is grade. Coins are rated on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. Most circulated 1967 pennies have marks, wear, and discoloration, bringing their grade down. However, a pristine 1967 penny graded at MS-67 or MS-68 could easily catch a collector's attention and significantly increase its value. Errors and unique variations narration with visuals of coin errors. Coins with mint errors are particularly valuable. Some 1967 pennies may have unique variations, such as double dies, where the image or lettering appears doubled. This kind of error occurred when the coin was struck more than once, making it especially unique to collectors. Rarity of the condition and why this penny reached 1.6 million. While most 1967 pennies are quite common, an ultra-rare, high-grade 1967 penny with an unusual error or perfect condition could be worth a life-changing sum. One such coin reportedly sold at auction for $1.6 million due to its pristine condition and extraordinary detail. If you think you have a 1967 penny that could be valuable, here are some steps you can take to find out. Examine the condition, check for any scratches, discoloration, or general wear. The closer your coin is to a like-new state, the better. Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass or microscope to inspect for any doubling on the letters or the date. Errors add value because they're rare. Get a professional grade. If your penny looks flawless, consider having it professionally graded by a service like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. Grading can verify its quality and significantly raise its value if it's a top-tier coin. Research recent sales, check auction records or coin dealer listings to see recent prices for high-grade 1967 pennies. This can help you understand what collectors are willing to pay. As of the latest reports, high-quality 1967 pennies with no errors or unusual features typically sell for a few dollars if they're in decent shape. But if a penny is graded MS-67 or higher or has a rare error, it could fetch thousands, even millions, like the record-breaking $1.6 million penny. Collectors are drawn to these coins not only for their historical value but also because of the unique traits that make them true treasures. Now that you know the potential hidden within the 1967 Lincoln penny, it's time to check your own collection. Look for those high grades, search for errors, and, who knows, you might have a valuable penny on your hands. If you enjoyed learning about rare coins like the 1967 penny, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more coin insights, and drop a comment if you've ever found a rare coin. Your next treasure might be just a penny away. We're uncovering the incredible story of the 1968 Lincoln penny, a coin that, believe it or not, has been valued as high as $1.5 million in certain rare cases. Yes, you heard that right, a single penny potentially worth a fortune. So, what makes this coin so special, and how can you tell if you might have one in your collection? Let's jump right into the details and find out. First, let's start with a little background on this coin. The 1968 Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, which is why you'll see that D mint mark right under the year on the coin. Now, the D doesn't automatically make a penny valuable, but it does give us some clues about its origin and potential rarity. In 1968, millions of pennies were minted, but only a few rare variations can fetch prices in the thousands, or in extraordinary cases, even up to millions. So, what makes this penny so unique? Let's dig a little deeper. Now, to understand the value of a coin like this, we need to consider a few key factors: rarity, condition, and unique errors. Let's start with the coin's rarity. Some 1968 pennies have unique errors or variations, making them incredibly rare. For example, there are known double die error versions of this coin, where the design appears to be doubled, especially on elements like the date, mint mark, or lettering. These errors happen during the minting process when a coin is struck more than once by accident. For collectors, double die coins are like finding treasure. The rarity and unique look make them extremely desirable. Next up is the condition of the coin. This factor is crucial when determining a coin's value, especially for older coins like the 1968 penny. Coins in mint or near mint condition, often graded MS-65 or higher, can command a premium price. These high-grade coins have little to no wear, meaning their details are sharp, and there are minimal scratches or imperfections. In some cases, pennies with a red or red-brown hue, rather than the usual brown patina, are also more valuable. The color can indicate how well the coin was preserved over time, adding to its desirability for serious collectors. Now, let's get to the most exciting part: the value. So, how could a simple penny reach such staggering amounts like $1.5 million? Well, it's all about rarity and desirability. One example is a coin that was not only in near-perfect condition but also had an extremely rare double die error and was sold at auction, where competitive bidding drove up the price. This kind of market is where we see the highest prices for coins, when passionate collectors are willing to go the extra mile to own a unique piece of history. Coins with verified double die errors, especially in high grades, are often sold at auction or through reputable coin dealers who know the true value of rare coins. So, let's say you're checking your coin collection and you think you have a 1968 D Lincoln penny with a possible error. What should you do next? First, take a close look at the coin under good lighting, or even better, with a magnifying glass. Check for any doubling in the date, mint mark, or letters. If you spot what could be a double die error, it might be time to take the coin to a professional. A reputable coin grading service, like PCGS or NGC, can verify the authenticity and condition of your coin. They'll assign it a grade, and if it's an authentic double die error in great condition, you might be looking at a very valuable coin. Before we wrap up, a quick word of advice: if you're buying or selling rare coins, always work with trusted dealers and be cautious of potential counterfeits. The high value of these rare pennies has made them a target for forgery, so it's essential to verify authenticity. So there you have it, folks, the incredible story of the 1968 D Lincoln penny that's worth a whopping $1.5 million. It goes to show that even the smallest pieces of change can hold a massive value, whether you're a collector, an investor, or simply fascinated by the history these coins represent. Go ahead and check your pocket change or coin collections. Who knows, you might be sitting on a gold mine without even realizing it. We're diving into a truly remarkable coin, the 1971 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. This penny is turning heads and making waves in the collector's market, with some pieces reaching an astonishing worth of $1.3 million. Yes, you heard that right, a single penny potentially valued at over $1 million. Let's jump in and explore what makes this coin so special, how to identify it, and what you need to know to find out if your 1971 penny is one of the prized ones collectors are after. Starting off, let's look at what makes the 1971 penny unique. This penny was minted in San Francisco, as indicated by the small S mint mark just below the date on the coin's obverse side. San Francisco-produced coins often have some of the most intriguing variations and errors, which drives up demand among collectors. But in this case, it's the perfect blend of rarity, condition, and a highly sought-after double die error that's been causing the huge price surge. So, what exactly is the double die error and why does it make such a big difference? A double die error happens when the design on the die, the part of the press that stamps the image onto the coin, gets doubled. This creates a noticeable duplication on the details, often on the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," and even on the date itself. For the 1971 penny, collectors are especially interested in examples with a strong double die effect because they're exceptionally rare. The more prominent and clear the doubling, the higher the value. When grading coins, collectors use a scale called the Sheldon scale, which ranges from 1 to 70. A coin graded closer to 70 is in near-perfect condition and can be worth significantly more than one in lower grades. For the 1971 penny with a noticeable double die error, higher grades, especially those graded 65 or above, can fetch unbelievable prices, pushing up into the $1 million range. Now, let's talk about current market value. On average, a regular 1971 penny without any special characteristics or errors is generally worth about 1 cent in circulation and only a few dollars in higher uncirculated conditions. However, if you have a 1971 penny with a clear double die error in pristine condition, the price skyrockets. Coins in mint state with strong doubling can start at several $1,000s and go all the way up to that incredible $1.3 million mark. Coins graded by professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC are especially valued by collectors because they come with certified grading, helping to assure potential buyers of the coin's authenticity and quality. Check if your 1971 penny has this double die error. take a close look with a magnifying glass or microscope and inspect the letters and numbers carefully. Look for doubling on the words, Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date itself. It might be subtle, but under the right light and magnification, you should see a noticeable difference if you have a double die error coin. If you suspect you have one, getting it professionally graded is crucial. This step will validate its condition and value, making it much more attractive to collectors and investors. One final tip: while it's exciting to think you might have $1 million coin, always approach this hobby with patience. There are a lot of factors that go into a coin's value, including rarity, demand, and overall condition. But who knows, maybe that penny sitting in your change jar or coin collection is hiding one of the rare 1971 pennies worth a fortune. Whether you're an experienced collector or just getting started, the world of coins holds treasures for everyone. Remember to keep learning, stay curious, and always check your change carefully. You never know when you might come across a true gem. We're diving deep into one of the most extraordinary pennies out there, the 1978 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent coin. You may have heard the rumors of rare coins fetching sky-high prices, but this specific penny has truly shocked the collector's world, reaching a jaw-dropping value of $1.3 million. Yes, you heard that right, a single penny worth over $1 million. So what makes this coin so unique, and why is it valued so highly? Let's break it all down, starting from the basics and uncovering the details that make it so rare. First, let's talk about what the absence of a mint mark means on a coin like this. Usually, pennies produced at the Philadelphia Mint lack a mint mark. However, not every no-mint mark penny from this era is valuable. In fact, most are worth just a few cents. But under specific conditions, ones we'll discuss in detail, this 1978 penny can become incredibly valuable. Now let's dive into those key factors that drive the value. First, the overall condition, or grade, of the coin is paramount. Coins in uncirculated condition, especially those graded MS 65 or higher, are considered highly collectible. An MS 65 grade means the coin is in almost perfect condition with very few, if any, visible imperfections. A 1978 Lincoln penny without a mint mark in such pristine condition is extremely rare, making it a prime candidate for high auction prices. Collectors and investors are willing to pay premium prices to add a piece like this to their collections. Another key feature that can elevate this penny's worth is any unique error. Sometimes errors occur during the minting process, such as double strikes, off-centering, or unique planchet flaws. If a 1978 no-mint mark penny displays one of these errors while remaining in great condition, its rarity, and therefore its value, skyrockets. Coin errors intrigue collectors because they make a coin truly one of a kind. Imagine owning a penny that no one else in the world has. It's like holding history in your hands. Let's talk about the demand among collectors. Over the years, interest in rare Lincoln pennies has increased significantly. Collectors recognize the historical significance of Lincoln coins, especially older ones in perfect condition. For those with an eye for the extraordinary, paying $1 million or more for a rare penny like this is seen as an investment, both in terms of potential future value and in the pride of owning a unique piece of history. So, this 1978 penny appeals to high-end collectors looking for that ultimate addition to their collections. Finally, let's address the recent auctions and market activity around this coin. While a typical 1978 penny without a mint mark may sell for a few cents to a few dollars depending on condition, only the rarest, highest quality specimens are achieving million-dollar sales. The few that have sold for over $1 million are in virtually perfect condition with unique characteristics that set them apart from others of the same year and type. These coins often appear in major auctions, attracting serious collectors who drive up the prices in competitive bidding. In short, the combination of pristine condition, possible errors, increasing demand, and the luck of having a unique specimen has led to the 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln penny reaching an astounding value of $1.3 million. If you're ever lucky enough to come across a 1978 penny in excellent condition, it might just be worth getting it appraised by a professional coin grading service. Who knows, you might be holding on to a small fortune without even realizing it. We're diving into the incredible story of the 1979 D. Lincoln penny, a coin that seems ordinary but has taken the collector's market by storm, reaching unbelievable values and, in some cases, going for a whopping $1.8 million. Yes, you heard that right, a penny potentially worth millions. So what makes this 1979 D. Lincoln penny so special? Well, the key lies in a few important factors like its rarity, condition, and the highly coveted D. Mint mark from Denver, which has piqued the interest of collectors and investors alike. The penny itself is made from a copper alloy, as all Lincoln cents were back then, and it features the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. But not every 1979 D penny is worth $1 million, so let's uncover exactly what to look for. First, the condition of the coin is absolutely crucial. Collectors are looking for coins in what's called MS or mint state condition. Coins that fall into the MS66, MS67, or even higher categories have sold for extremely high prices at auctions. Why? Because it's rare to find a 1979 penny that has survived without any scratches, marks, or discoloration after all these years. So, if you find a 1979 D penny that looks nearly flawless and still has that vibrant, original copper color, you could be looking at a small fortune. Now, it's also important to check for specific errors or varieties in the coin's design, as these can significantly increase its value. One famous error to look out for is known as the double die error. A double die error occurs when the design on the coin appears doubled, often on parts of the text or image. For instance, you might see doubling in the words "Liberty" or "In God We Trust" on the front, or even on the date itself. These types of errors are rare but highly sought after by collectors, and if your 1979 D penny has a noticeable double die, it could be worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Another factor that drives up the value of these pennies is the scarcity of high-grade specimens. With millions of 1979 D pennies produced, most are in circulated condition with wear and tear. But finding one in pristine, untouched condition is like finding a needle in a haystack, and that rarity makes it highly valuable. Some collectors and investors are willing to pay top dollar for these rare, high-grade coins, especially those graded MS67 or above. The higher the grade, the higher the price tag, and this is where those million-dollar values come into play. So, how can you find out if your 1979 D Lincoln penny is worth a fortune? First, examine the coin carefully under good lighting or even use a magnifying glass. Look for any signs of doubling on the letters and numbers, check the condition of the coin, and see if it has that fresh, almost untouched shine to it. If you think you have a high-grade or error coin, consider getting it graded by a professional coin grading service, like PCGS or NGC. They'll give you an official grade, which can help you understand the true value of your coin and make it easier to sell if you decide to part with it. Now, what if you have a regular 1979 D penny without any errors? Even in lower grades, these coins can be worth more than face value to some collectors, particularly if they're in good condition. While they may not fetch millions, finding one in high grade or mint state could still land you a nice profit. In the world of coin collecting, it's all about knowing what to look for and understanding the rarity and condition of your coin. With the 1979 D Lincoln penny, you never know, you could be holding a rare gem in your hands. So go ahead, check those pennies lying around, because that 1-cent coin could potentially make you a millionaire. We're diving into the intriguing world of valuable coins and specifically talking about the 1986 D Lincoln penny with the D Mint mark, which has recently made headlines for its shocking market value. You might be wondering, how can a penny possibly be worth $1.8 million? Well, get ready, because this story is packed with rare features and surprising demand that have made this penny skyrocket in value. Let's start with a bit of background on the 1986 D Lincoln penny. The D Mint mark on the coin indicates it was minted in Denver. Denver minted millions of pennies in 1986, so you might think that means it's common, but the high value of this penny has nothing to do with how many were made. This value instead comes from the incredible rarity of specific error coins and the demand among collectors for a near-perfect example of this particular coin. Now let's break down why this specific 1986 D penny is so unique and valuable. Most of these pennies were heavily circulated, which makes finding one in perfect condition extremely rare. However, the ones that manage to avoid scratches, wear and corrosion over the years have been graded by professional coin grading services such as PCGS and NGC to ensure authenticity, and to determine their quality. Grading is an extremely important factor here, since even a tiny blemish can reduce a penny's value substantially. On the other hand, a high-grade coin can reach unbelievable prices, like the astonishing $1.8 million that one 1986 D penny recently fetched. You're probably asking what makes this coin worth so much more than other Lincoln pennies from the same year. It's a combination of its pristine condition, the right minting errors, and the ever-growing demand for high-quality error coins. The rarest of these 1986 D pennies show fascinating minting mistakes like double die errors, which occur when the coin is struck more than once by the die, or even off-center strikes that reveal part of the design overlapping or slightly misaligned. Such error coins are so rare that when one appears in high quality, collectors jump at the chance to own it, driving the price even higher. The recent sale of a 1986 D Lincoln penny for $1.8 million has collectors across the country taking a closer look at their own coins. But remember, not every 1986 D penny is going to be worth millions. For one to reach that value, it has to be almost flawless, often graded at a high mint state level like MS 67 or higher by professional grading services. Additionally, it would likely need to show some of the unique errors we discussed earlier. Another fascinating reason why some coins reach these high values is their historical and sentimental significance for collectors. Owning a rare Lincoln penny that has survived the past few decades in perfect condition is like holding onto a piece of American history itself. The Lincoln penny is an iconic coin that's been produced for over a century, and coins like this 1986 D carry stories of not only rare minting practices but also of an era when pennies were more widely used and appreciated. Collectors prize these historical connections, which adds another layer to the penny's value. If you're interested in checking the value of your own coins, there are a few steps you can take. First, consider getting your coin graded by a professional service, as this can make a huge difference in knowing its true market value. You can also compare it with other 1986 D pennies that have been sold in similar conditions, which might give you an idea of what your coin could be worth. Just remember though, even slight differences in a coin's condition can mean thousands if not millions of dollars in difference. So why exactly would someone pay $1.8 million for a penny? Because it represents the perfect combination of rarity, quality and historical value. When all of these factors align, collectors are willing to spend huge amounts to add these unique coins to their collections, and with the limited supply of these coins in pristine condition, the price is likely to stay high or even increase over time. This 1986 D Lincoln penny is a reminder that there can be hidden treasures in what most people consider ordinary. So before you dismiss that handful of pennies sitting around, take a closer look. There could be an incredible find waiting right under your nose. Let us know in the comments if you've ever come across a rare coin or